Hey everyone, hope you're having a great night. It is time for Evening Cocoa with the Commish. Neil Sika and Trey McNeil on the road to San Antonio, 2012 FBU National Championship. The national semifinals are set at the 7th and 8th grade level. Let's roll out to Reno via Skype. Bishop Manogue High School was the site. Commish, you started the day with a wow. We start one again on this show with a wow again, right?
Yeah, another wow, especially on that eighth grade game.
That would be Colorado over Northern LA. You thought Colorado, based on what they did in the semifinals, had the tools to shut down Liddell Atkins. They did just that. They ran it well. They had 3 interceptions. Whether it's McElroy, Marchiol, they have a full complement of weapons.
Yeah, and Phillips had a great game too early in the first quarter. That was an incredible game. I mean, Colorado really dominated from the get-go on that game and absolutely shut down Atkins, picked him off twice and picked the other quarterback off once. It was almost like they had really scouted what LA was doing almost perfectly. What a great game put on by Colorado. Just absolute dominance there.
What impressed you the most? I mean, this is the first time you got to see a regional live. What impressed you the most about Colorado? And for that same compliment, we're going to shift to Orange County, but what impressed you the most about Colorado?
A couple of things, Neil. First was the offensive line. Not real big, but, man, they came off the football absolutely dominating both games in the offensive trenches, blowing the other side off the ball, just dominating, really pounding it. Not special, pounding, and then, kind of going over the top every once in a while with the pass. And defensively, defensive ends played fantastic today. Really came hard and never gave LA a chance to get going, even in their passing game.
So Colorado wins the Reno Regional, the West Regional. They're going to get St. Louis in the national semifinal. We've already spoken before a little bit to the other set national semifinal, Massachusetts, North Georgia, but this Colorado St. Louis game, I think both teams feel we win this, we might win the whole thing.
Yeah, very interesting matchup here. Not sure today who I'm favoring on that because St. Louis is big, dominating, run a beer type offense, just like Navy does. Colorado's really going to have to scout them well to shut them down. Colorado's just absolutely impressed me their last 2 games. They really come to play, and it's going to be a great semifinal game.
And, of course, Massachusetts and North Georgia, the fantastic receiver D'Angelo Gibbs for North Georgia. They've got speed. Massachusetts has power. Sevilla, Silva. That defense is tough. Another great national semifinal on January 4th.
Yes, Neil, that's going to be a great game as well. Here's the thing. For Massachusetts to win that game, they're going to need to keep Georgia's offense off the field. Georgia's big, fast, strong. All the, I call them the Alabama-type offense here. Just absolutely dominating. And so Mass needs to control that ball and keep them off the field to win that game.
Of course, heck of an accomplishment by Massachusetts just to get back to San Antonio, the only 8th grade team in 8th grade name alone to get back to San Antonio in the Final Four this year. Last year, of course, the Final 5. All right, the 7th grade bracket, Trey. Orange County, they show a lot of balance over the weekend. They can run it with Clark and St. Brown. They've got J.T. Daniels throwing it all across the field. Their defense is strong. Now they're into the national semifinals. They're going to play a Northwest Louisiana team that I think some are surprised are there, but have been very good. They beat a very good Dallas team who hadn't lost last year in their 7th grade undercard games. What do you think of that national semifinal at the 7th grade level?
That's going to be a really good matchup. I think Northwest Louisiana has a pretty dominating line of scrimmage type team. J.T. Daniels, wow, what can you say? I thought yesterday might have just been a fluke, but he came right back today and absolutely slung it around. And he's a good little quarterback, hits his receivers on target, and they also had a good performance from their running back as well today. And they're a feisty little team. I really like. They play with a lot of spirit, and their defense is pretty dominating. I got to tell you,
yeah,
their defense is pretty stout.
Well, they had to be. I mean, they were going to shut down a guy like Manny Fittipaldi, who had 4 touchdowns yesterday. So kudos to them. The other national semifinal, Maryland downright dominated their way into San Antonio, and South Florida did too. I mean, we're talking about 2 teams that essentially haven't allowed any points since their sectional rounds in the first and second round.
You know, I think this is an interesting matchup. I know that Maryland's got a very good little quarterback out there, but boy, South Florida was pretty dominating so far. You know, my early pick on this one is going to be South Florida, just because they haven't given up hardly any scores so far, and they came out of the Florida bracket, so that has to tell you a whole lot there about that South Florida team. Probably be my favorite going into this.
Yeah, the two Johnsons running it in the backfield for South Florida. DeJuan Ellis, the quarterback you speak of for Maryland. The tournament has flown by, Trey. It's hard to believe that we're ready to go into San Antonio now. Any final thoughts as we look back and reflect over these 3 weekends?
You know, just what's amazing about this tournament is it brings out the best talent in every area of the country. So it's you know, you get to see this level of play really increase, which makes it just, you know, it's so much fun to watch. Really, you're like, these young kids look like they're almost professionals out there, and you know, that's one of my thoughts. And the other thought is all 4 teams in 7th grade and all 4 teams in 8th grade deserve to be there, and they're all you know, playing at an elite level. So it's going to be fantastic football there in San Antonio, and I know all those teams are excited to get down there, and especially the ones I pick against, because they sure give me a lot of grief for it.
Yeah, we were talking about the national recognition that's maybe starting to come along too. The fact that the NFL today during the Rams and Vikings game, St. Louis was honored. There's stories popping up around the local news, so it's great to see these talented individuals, these great young football players, get the recognition they deserve.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to know that they're out there watching our shows on YouTube. You know, I got a lot of feedback this weekend from when I walked up and go, I know you. You're the commissioner.
Well, now you're going to stratosphere status with these Skype interviews, able to hook us up live from Reno. But great stuff. Happy holidays to you and yours, and we'll see you in San Antonio, Trey.
Thanks, Neil. I look forward to it. We'll set up a big show there for all those young guys.
Yeah, of course, everyone. Follow along, FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. We'll have content there as we roll into San Antonio, the national semifinals, January 4th and the 6th. Great job by our crew across the country for the last 3 weekends and here in the studio, and a great job by you parents and you players out there, and a special thought with those in Connecticut, too. We're all thinking about you out there. Our condolences and sympathies through this tough time. But football, the FBU National Championship, year 2, has been a rousing success. We look forward to seeing you guys in San Antonio, January 4th through the 6th. For the Commissioner Trey McNeil, I am Neil Sika. Enjoy your holiday. We'll talk to you next time, everyone. Good night.